Welcome to Solidarity TV, your destination for independent views, grassroots politics, and much more at American University and the Greater District. I'm your host, Mana Alyabadi. We are broadcasting from ATV's headquarters here in the Mary Graydon Center. I'm here with Kevin Nelson. Welcome to the show, Kevin.
Hey, thanks.
All right, how you doing today?
I'm great.
Good. Thanks for coming on the show.
Happy to be here. Most definitely.
Awesome. So, could you just introduce yourself for those few that don't know you on this campus, and just tell us a bit about yourself, where you grew up, what you're doing here in DC now.
Okay. Well, first of all, for those who don't know who I am Kevin Nelson. That is my name, Kevin Nelson. Most of you guys may know me as Kevin the Ice Cream Guy. I work in TDR downstairs. You may see me throughout the day. I usually be there during the daytime. I've been here on the campus so far for almost 4 years now. So, it's been a very, very, very nice, I can say, experience, because, you run into so many different people every day. You never know what to expect, especially working on the campus. You have different type of nationalities and all, but it's very, very, very awesome. I mean, I love it a lot. I wouldn't change it, and yeah.
Great. Now, and you're studying at UDC, you said? You're in your sophomore year?
I'm actually taking courses at UDC for nursing.
Okay.
Nursing's been in my family. My grandma, she's a registered nurse, and my brother, he actually graduated last year.
Oh.
Yeah, as a nurse. So I'm kind of in that.
Very cool.
Yeah,
but also family. Struggling, keeping up your job. And all of it,
yeah.
So.
Well, it can become frustrating, as a student and an employee, and it happens because, as a student, you want to do your best in class.
Sure.
Every day, you come to class, you want to learn. Of course, you want to maintain, the course itself. But as as a student, as a student yourself, working. And being an employee, it's a switcheroo almost, because
definitely.
Now you have to switch over from that mind frame of just I'm going to school to just learn, to now this is actually my job. I actually have to work.
You have to do what you're told.
Exactly.
All the time.
So it's a different change, but it's manageable, and I think everyone should do it because you learn a lot from it. It teaches you how to be responsible.
Sure.
Very, very responsible, and it shows you how to, relate to a lot of things and issues, because you run across a lot of things on the job that is job related and that is not job related. So, it all works.
Like for instance, your interactions with the employees and whatnot.
Yeah, basically my interactions with the employees itself. You always want to get there. When I come to work, I try to, motivate the employees, because I'm kind of a uppity kind of guy. So
yeah, for sure.
When I'm there, I come there with, positive spirits, very, very hype and all. I kind of, try to, get all the guys, because, I work with a lot more elder people. So I'm like one of the youngest employees there. And, so just being around them, they're kind of, subtle. So I try to, come on, pops, or come on, moms, let's get this out here. We got some guys out here. Everyone wants something to eat. So it's kind of a team, a family thing in a way.
Sure. I think the students definitely see that too and recognize that.
Yeah. Well, the students itself, the students are awesome, like amazing, student and staff. Since I've been working here, honestly, I can say, and I've worked at a few different jobs. I actually used to work at Catholic University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Before here, I was working at Catholic, and I really love it here. It's cool. The students are just open-hearted. Very outspoken. A lot of the students here, and they're from all over. So it's good to make them feel comfortable. Because they are from different places. So when when they come into the cafeteria, as an employee, my job, I try to comfort the students as best as possible. Meet, greet. How are you doing? How's your day today? And if there's any way I can accommodate you while you're here, that's what I'll do. And it makes me feel happy too to see that the students appreciate the service. you know. And recently I have actually had a situation, which I'm sure a lot of the students who signed the petition, they know about the situation. I was actually fired, you know.
Yeah.
After working here, I've been working here for almost 4 years now, and we have a new management coming in, and new management, new system, new union, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of changes going on in the system itself, and I was actually doing a double because, you know, we're understaffed, and no one was able to really, I wasn't able to really get a lunch break, you know, the proper lunch break, which is, you know, state by policy after 4 to 5 hours, you know, the average employee deserves a 35 to a 45 lunch break. Okay, and you know, which I didn't take it. I was, you know, being a good Samaritan. I'm not going to just walk away from my, you know, department and I have a line full of customers. You know, that's not good customer service. So, you know, I took the initiative and, you know, stayed there, you know, stuck through it, and, you know, made sure my customers were, you know, served first. And then, you know, once they were taken care of, you know, I asked my boss, which I'm thinking, you know, would be okay. I actually just, you know, sacrificed my lunch break to, you know, accommodate my customers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm thinking they will have the same consideration for me as being their employee. And my manager, she was cool. Miss, I wouldn't say the names, but one of my managers was very, very cool about it. And she allowed me to have lunch, which I did have lunch. I was eating my lunch. It was great, but I knew that I couldn't stay long to finish it. And I didn't want to be wasteful, you know. I didn't want to throw my lunch away, you know, knowing that I just started eating it. It's getting late. I got to get home, you know. I have school and I have to be here, you know.
So how many hours were you there that day?
I was there from, it was a brunch and
double, right?
Yeah, it was brunch and lunch schedule. I was there from at least 9 that morning, all the way till we closed it.
Right.
Yeah, so it was the whole day. I think we closed down that day. It had to be like close to 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Wow.
Yeah, because it was lunch and brunch.
Almost 12 hours.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I'm actually used to, you know, working in you know, extreme conditions, even though that's not good to say, you know, as an employee. But you know, you have to do what you have to do to keep the business running, you know. And a lot of people will learn that as, you know, when you start working in, you know, out there in the field, you start working for your bosses or wherever company you may be. It may be times where you may have to, you know, take the initiative as an employee and you know, step up. And I guess that was my calling right there. But I didn't expect to, you know, as doing the right thing, it will actually backfire, you know, and end up, you know, causing me my job. I never thought it would do that. And it was crazy because as I was leaving out the building, the boss, he just walks up to me and he asked to search my bag. And I was like, well, you know, what is the proper cause if you want me to search my bag? You know, I've been here all day. You know, I haven't had a lunch break, you know, and I'm actually leaving. And he was like, well, you're in the Eagle Express area, and I'm just going with protocol. And I'm like, okay, well, the Eagle Express area from which I'm, you know, from which, in my understanding that I have, everyone who walks through the area actually has a bag. It's not a dining area. You actually walk through, and it's a box lunch area.
Right.
You make your box lunch, and you put it in your bag. So I'm thinking maybe he thinks because I have a bag on, I probably have something in it. I don't know. But anyway, it was crazy. He searched my bag. He didn't find anything, actually. He seen that I did have my lunch, which I did have. And he actually stated that he had the same thing that I had. He was like, oh, yeah, I see that you have such and such. It's a great lunch. I actually had it myself, you know. Enjoy your lunch, you know. Don't feel bad about the situation. I was just going with protocol once again.
Okay.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I was like, all right, well, have a great day. And I actually left out and went home. I actually came back to work 4 or 5 days later, and then was called into the office to be fired.
Actually, unfortunately, we have to wrap up. Okay. But if there's one thing or a few things you want the students to know watching this show, you know, about Bon Appetit, worker conditions, what you've been through, or, you know, how to move forward at this point.
It's one thing I really want the students to know, and is that, first of all, I truly, truly appreciate the support. I truly appreciate you standing up and, I mean, voicing your opinions and how you feel about me. I mean, and letting them know that I am a good guy, you know, and it made me feel so happy to see that I did have the support of my friends, body and staff, you know, to be there for me at that hard time. And I want the students to know that right now we are still in this situation, which is, it's a power struggle between the union. And we're going to continue to push forth, you know, so any support that they can, you know, give us or help us with, you know, continue to do so, you know, continue to send your letters out, continue to come through the stations and the areas and the departments itself and check it out yourself, because this is your department. This is your school.
That's
you know, you deserve to, you know, have the things that is there. If it's certain things on the menu, it should not run out. It embarrasses me sometimes if a student comes to me and tell me that, okay, Kevin, we ran out of bacon. I'm like, what? Like, how can we run out of bacon? It's breakfast time. So
Right.
I want the students to continue to stand up, push forth, and help us, help me, help you. That's the only way it's going to work. You have to help me, help you to provide a better service for you guys. I mean, and the way to do that is by telling the university, hey, look, you guys, we pay enough money here. We want these things, And there's nothing wrong with that because it actually better the environment here itself and it actually make everyone happy,
Right.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kevin Nelson. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
on the show, and we'll be right back.
All right.